In a race for their lives with the 3rd to 8th seeds separated by just 2.5 games coming into this matchup, the for the time being 5th-seeded Warriors took on the 3rd-seeded Lakers in a battle between Stephen and LeBron and Jimmy and Luka. The Dubs picked up their 4th straight W, as Curry, Podziemski, and the off-the-bench just having returned Kuminga combined for 83 points, with Curry leading the way with 37. A full breakdown of the Warriors' epic win over the Lake Show is coming up. Despite dropping 52, 10, 8, 5, and 1 against the Grizzlies in the Dubs' previous matchup, after Stephen dropped that historically great stat line, Stephen A. Smith took the time to say, "I had a Hall of Famer come up to me and said to me, Steph Curry would not have averaged more than 17 points a game in our era. We would have heard him." Now, Stephen A. makes a point about how the NBA was like the WWE in the 90s in terms of guys being able to clock one another and take out a particular star. Just think of the Jordan rule with the Pistons in the late 80s and early 90s. That said, I think Curry's strength would ultimately adjust to the physicality like Jordan's eventually did. This era of basketball, though, is the most skilled era of all time, and it's not even close. And since players are so overwhelmingly gifted offensively in terms of their shot creating and shooting abilities, fans have started to take what we're seeing on a nightly basis from the likes of primarily Curry and Jokic, but also Luka, Shea, Ant, Tatum, Cade, the list goes on, for granted. Steve Kerr elaborated on that.
You know what I was thinking, guys, watching Steph last night, watching Jokic, if these types of games had happened 10 years ago, honestly, I think NBA fans would have been absolutely losing their minds. And I think what's happened is the players have gotten so skilled and they're doing such amazing things. I think our game is being taken for granted right now. What these guys are doing is so spectacular. I never could have survived the NBA. If I were playing today, I couldn't have survived. These guys are so talented. They're so good. And it's like, I don't know, you read these articles like, yeah, the NBA product isn't that great. Are you kidding me? You looking at these guys? They're just spectacular, and they've never been more skilled. And I'm just blown away by what I see night after night.
Well, Steve, if it makes you feel any better, in the second quarter last night, I went to Twitter, and I know you're not there, so you didn't see it, but I wrote, Steph Curry is not a human being. There's just there's no way. So there is some appreciation out there for these performances, which to me on some level, they don't even make any sense.
They don't. And you know, Jokic, same way. Luka, same way. LeBron's 40 years old. I mean, I watched him. I was watching their game against Houston from 2 nights ago, you know, to prepare. And there was like 2 seconds on the shot clock, and he shot a 35-foot runner, just nonchalantly from the left wing, just off 1 foot. Switch. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like what? Like I mean, and we don't even bat an eye anymore because this is just commonplace. These guys are so skilled, so talented. They're doing it every night. And like I said, I think everybody's kind of taking it for granted. It's just incredible what's happening.
On the first possession of the game, the Warriors left Austin Reeves wide open. Podz responded with a triple of his own. Moody drove baseline and missed a layup. Luka didn't miss his layup. Podz drained his second 3 already. Draymond found Moody for the triple. Jackson Hayes followed up a miss in emphatic fashion. Podziemski stayed hot to tie it. Off an offensive rebound, Hachimura drained the triple. Moody drove it on a line drive and posterized Austin Reeves plus the foul. The Lakers challenged the call and it was overturned for a charge. Hell of a dunk nonetheless. JK checked in and was a part of a possession where the Dubs forced a shot clock violation. Steph got on the board by crossing over to get past Luka. Kuminga provided a scoring punch off the bench by slashing to the hoop to his left. A Laker offensive rebound led to an Austin Reeves 3. Luka faded away and missed over Santos. Kuminga drained the triple in Luka's face. Kuminga flew in for a monster rebound. Then JK drew a foul on LeBron and he'd split a pair at the line. To close the quarter, the Warriors played insane defense on Austin Reeves to force an airball. The Dubs led by 4 after 1, without Jimmy having scored yet. Here, the Warriors force a LeBron turnover. Here, LeBron lets the game come to him and he hits it. Podz responded with a triple. Jimmy cut to the basket and finished. Then Jimmy took it off the dribble. Moody knocked down a wide open triple to make it a 9-point lead. Looney switched on to Luka and shut him down. Then JK took it in for a beastly and 1. LeBron hit a triple to cut it to 8. James then found DFS in transition. Steph then flipped home a ridiculous reverse lay-in. Kuminga pulled up to hit a shot from the baseline. Podz took it downhill for the floater. Podz poked it away and hit a 3 to give him 19. Curry joined the party by matching Podz with a deep-range bomb. Podz gave himself 22 by hitting a ridiculous shot at the buzzer off one leg, Manu Ginobili-esque, and that made Podz 6 for 7 from deep in the first half alone. Jimmy picked the passing lane. LeBron found an open Hachimura to cut it to 10. Draymond rattled in a triple over Luka. Moody got a wide-open triple and executed. Podz locked up LeBron in the post. Curry found Green in the pocket. Butler then played outstanding defense on Jackson Hayes in the post. Curry hit a triple on what should have been an and one. LeBron responded with a take through traffic. Out of a timeout, Curry isolated Luka and finessed home a floater. LeBron got it back with a forceful jam. Kuminga protected the rim with a beastly rotation on the back line. Steph pump faked to get Jackson Hayes jumping before hitting the 3. Ethical. Luka flopped to get to the line. Bruh. Luka found LeBron, who euroed around Looney. JK showed off his in-between game by draining the midi, but he took an ill-advised triple in transition. Steph craftily drew this foul to get 3 free throws to end the quarter. Reeves isolated the DPOY and hit a shot to open the fourth. Jimmy hit a contested triple in LeBron's grill, and Steph was going wild from the bench. Podz pulled up on the fast break for his first points of the half. Reeves came off a big body from Vando and hit a triple. Butler faded away from the mid-range to give him 5 in the quarter. LeBron attacked like a madman for the deuce. Everybody gangsta until Draymond Green hits a 3. Curry, JKP, and RC's Kuminga set up Loondog in the pocket. LeBron responded to cut it to 10. Following a bad Warrior turnover, Austin Reeves hit a triple in transition. Luka grabbed an O board to cut it to 5. Curry finally responded by getting downhill. JK broke out in transition to grab the outlet and finish. JK then isolated Reeves and floated it home. LeBron found Hachimura in the pocket. Draymond forced a bad turnover on LeBron. DPOY. Curry used a fat big body from Green and made it a 10-point Dubs lead. Draymond then found Podz, who had a clutch step back. Draymond stripped Luka around the basket to seal it. The Warriors beat the Lakers and proved their defense can stand the test against 2 elite wings in LeBron and Luka. They held Luka to just 6 for 17 shooting from the field, and with their intensity defensively and execution offensively, they showed they can protect the lead against a top-tier caliber opponent. Let me know your takes on the Dubs victory down below. This was your boy DFlow, and I'll see you next video.